Hello, everyone. Greetings from in Uni UK. Thank you so much for joining our webinar today. My name is Dagina Wetherell, and I'm the Director of Recruitment within in Uni UK Division, a company of global university systems overseeing international students recruitment for a number of our partner universities. Today, I'm extremely excited to talk about our premium partner university, beautiful Canterbury Christchurch University. And you can see Canterbury Cathedral with blue skies in my background, and that's where the graduations take place. Today, we will be specifically covering pre-departure elements. I know many of you are planning to study at CCCU this September, so there's so many things to still prepare. Some of you are still in the process of submitting your outstanding documents, perhaps going through the consultations, interviews, submitting CAS requests, etc. So we will take you through all the stages of the admissions process and receiving your CAS as well. Just before we start, few housekeeping rules. You're all on mute. If you'd like to ask any questions whatsoever, feel free to pop them into the Q&A section. So that's Q&A section rather than chat section. And we will take them from there at the very end of the webinar. So I really hope you can stay till the end. Other than that, sit back and enjoy, and I really hope you find this webinar useful and inspiring. The webinar is also being recorded, and the recording will be shared with you later on, as well as the presentation. I guess before Richard starts, well, Richard, actually, I haven't introduced you, but you join every single webinar. I think all students and agents already know you. So I'm joined here by my colleague from the university, Richard Venner, who is International Business Development Manager. Thank you so much for joining us, Richard. And I also have my colleagues. Thank you. And I also have my colleagues from in Uni marketing team, so Kanya and Chinks, who help us to run this webinar smoothly. And before we start presenting, I just wanted to share a few exciting news from the university, which we have just recently received. So in case if you haven't received the update in writing yet, just so you know, there are additional scholarships available. I mean, the university fees are already quite affordable. So as you know, it's £15,500 minus £1,500 scholarship for all international students. So that brings the fees down to £14,000 for all programs. In addition to that, CCCU has kindly introduced recently additional scholarships of £500. So that's an early bird discount if you pay additional fees towards your first year of tuition of £5,000 by 20th of August. So that means you're paying £5,000 CAS deposit plus £5,000 tuition fees. So that brings it to £10,000 in total. You will receive £500 discount. If you pay further outstanding fees, so the remaining fee for the first year, you will receive an additional £500 discount. So that means your fees will be brought down to £13,000. Anyhow, just to give you a better idea, Richard will take you through the actual details of this offering, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone is aware in case if you haven't received our communication via email, or maybe you haven't spoken to our team members on the ground just yet. And also to note, the university has kindly agreed to extend the deadlines slightly. I know we've already announced the initial deadlines, so we've just received the confirmation from the university to extend deadlines, which we will be sending out shortly as well. So you can still submit your students' applications via GAS Gateway. If you are our partner, you can still submit your outstanding documents. If you are a student, please ensure you submit outstanding documents to your educational agency or to your advisor. Please book consultation with us. It's really important. You've probably joined some of our previous webinars on compliance, where we were taking you through all the UKVI updates. And just to reiterate once again, it's really, really important that you are prepared for your potential UKVI interview. That's why we conduct consultation sessions to help you prepare for your pre-CAS interview with the university, but also to help you to prepare with your UKVI interview if it does happen, because we are seeing instances where students are being interviewed. And please ensure, guys, that you submit personal statements which are not AI generated, and there is no plagiarism as well. Again, UKVI is becoming stricter on that, so that's why we have to have extra measures to make sure that students provide genuine personal statements which are written by students themselves, which do match their level of English too. So please ensure you submit the main documents with your application. Ideally, you need to aim submitting a full file, so that includes passport, educational documents, proof of English if you already have it. The personal statement is a must, as I mentioned, CV up to date with all the gaps justified, and reference letters as well if you already have them. Once all the documents submitted, you will receive your conditional offer letter. If you've already received your conditional offer letter, please ensure you've booked consultation session with us, and then we will take your case further to the unconditional stage. If you have already received your unconditional stage, please ensure you start arranging your deposit, because it does take time to obviously allocate the funds, and at the same time book your interview slot as well. And then it will be next to the CAS stage. We are already at the end of July, and you are allowed to arrive in the UK 1 month prior to your studies, which means you can explore a little bit as well. The UKVI seems to be issuing visas okay right now, so the turnaround time is not that bad, but we do need to allow sufficient time in case if there are delays, which do sometimes happen in summer. All right, I'll stop talking now. It's over to you, Richard. The stage is yours, please. If you can share your screen, that would be amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dagina. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. It's my pleasure to be here as always. So my name is Richard, and I'm an International Development Manager at Canterbury Christ Church University. I'm going to start my presentation today by giving you a general overview of Canterbury, what it's like to live and study in Canterbury, some general information about the university, and then as Dagina mentioned, we're going to get into some practical advice to prepare you to come here, as well as some information about our early bird discounts and the whole process involved. I've got some videos to show you, but unfortunately, we've got no sound. So we'll share the links with you to the videos. You can also find them and check them out on our Canterbury Christ Church University YouTube channel. The first video that I'm going to play, it really does capture, I think, the spirit of CCCU, our welcoming and friendly community, our exceptional modern campus facilities, and the historic, beautiful Canterbury location.
Looks like it's always sunny in Canterbury, Richard.
Honestly, coming to Canterbury and coming to CCCU, you're going to make so many precious, incredible memories. Canterbury itself, I'm from Canterbury, so I was born in Canterbury, grew up in Canterbury. I actually studied my master's at Canterbury Christ Church. So I'm an expert, I guess you could say, on Canterbury. It's a beautiful historic city with some very, very modern amenities as well. We've got a beautiful river through Canterbury where you can go punting, for example, in the summer. Many shops and many cafes, and it's a really, really wonderful place just to walk around. Here's some punting, which is a lovely summer activity. And we've also got many bars and many cafes in the city centre as well. Don't forget as well that beautiful coastline is only 20 minutes away by bus. And this is a picture of a small seaside town called Whitstable, where, of course, you can swim in the sea. You can also try oysters, which is a famous seafood dish in Whitstable. So, an overview of Canterbury. We're in the southeast of England, as I'm sure you know, in the Garden of England, the county of Kent. 1 hour, or less than 1 hour actually, by train from London. It takes 55 minutes from Canterbury West up to London St Pancras, so a fantastic location. There are 3 universities in Canterbury, which makes it a very, very safe, friendly, fun, and multicultural place. It was actually voted one of Great Britain's safest cities as well, very, very recently. A guide to the area will give you stunning beaches, fascinating history, if you're into history. As I mentioned, picturesque countryside, great shopping, many, many festivals, and outstanding sport as well. If you like cricket, then Canterbury is home to Kent County Cricket Club. You can go and watch cricket, and you can also join our university cricket team and help us win, I hope, many cricketing trophies. Here's an overview of the university. You can see on the left our main campus. We're right in the heart of Canterbury, so only a few minutes walk from the high street with all of the shops, the restaurants and the cafes. The centre picture is Augustine House, our award-winning library building, and the picture on my right and also behind me as well in my background is Verena Holmes. Verena Holmes is our new £65 million building. It's an incredible space in which to, of course, study, but also to relax as well, meet with your friends, meet with your classmates as well. Our campus is very, very spacious. It's like a small village within the city of Canterbury with many spaces in which to relax. And in Verena Holmes, we deliver many, many courses with outstanding facilities, including our engineering courses, our nursing and many, many healthcare courses, creative arts as well, studied on campus, games design, for example. And in Verena Holmes, we have our simulation suites for our healthcare students. We have our computer labs for courses like cybersecurity, Internet of Things, data intelligence, computing, computer science, sports science as well, our laboratories as well, and our workshops as well. So you can see really, really modern, really, really new facilities on campus. Here's the main campus then in Canterbury, and you can see Canterbury Cathedral just poking out in the background, remembering that we also have our graduations in Canterbury Cathedral. What an incredible setting for our graduations. Augustine House as well is our award-winning library building. I wanted to mention it because my office is in Augustine House. It's a wonderful building in which to work and in which to study. You've got collaborative spaces where you can work in groups and silent spaces as well where you can study alone. There are many, many spaces as well on campus where you can relax, where you can study together with friends and with classmates as well. In 2023, we were #1 in the United Kingdom for graduates in work, something we're very, very proud of. And we do an amazing job, I believe, at embedding employability skills across our curricula from start to finish. There's lots of support for you as well to develop your employability and your skills to help you get your dream job after graduation. There's something called Grad Force, which is an employability program. We have an in-house recruitment service, Unitemps, that can provide support. And we also have a wonderful student ambassador program. And I'll talk about our student ambassadors a little bit later. But the Student Ambassador Program can really help you develop many, many key employability skills. Another little short video for you now. This one's only about 10 seconds long, but it makes the point that in the UK, there's a huge need at the moment for public sector jobs. So for engineers, for nurses, creatives, psychologists, physios, we need you. And so, remember the UK is such an attractive study destination now because when you graduate, you can stay with your post-study work visa and you can work in the UK. So let me try and play this video for you. Yeah, to show you some of the jobs that are available. Engineers, nurses, creatives, physios, psychologists. The UK really does need people like you. And as I said, we're number one in the UK for graduates in work.
Oh,
Our
that's a
community
fantastic
as well
video.
is,
Thank you
sorry,
so much for
Dagina.
sharing, Richard. Yeah, apologies for interrupting, but
Sorry,
it's
go for
fantastic
it.
video. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing.
No, no
Please send
problem.
it to us later so we can share with all the attendees and those who maybe missed the webinar as well. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all. Also, this is a great photo. This is taken in our student union building. Community is so, so important at Canterbury Christ Church University, a supportive, welcoming community in which you can live very, very safely, comfortably, and make lots of friends. Apart from like the wonderful spaces available for you to socialize at our university, you can join a sports club. Here are just a few of the sports clubs available for you to join. Or if you're not particularly sporty, you can join another society. One really cool society is, of course, the International Student Society, remembering that we have students from over 80 different countries all across the world. The last little short video, it's a YouTube short that I wanted to show you. It's some snapshots of a student's year last year, just to make the point to you that, going to university and coming to Canterbury Christ Church, you're going to make some wonderful and precious memories. You probably saw at the end there, before I move on, probably saw the Canterbury lit up at Christmas. I mean, coming in September, you'll be with us for Christmas. Christmas is such a wonderful and magical and special time in the UK, and you'll make some incredible memories with us, particularly at Christmas. Okay, let's move on. I wanted to talk a little bit about accommodation. So, four different reasons for you to stay in our student accommodation. You can live with other students, you can make friends for life, you'll feel safe with our 24-hour security. We've got excellent locations for our accommodation across the city of Canterbury. And remember that all of your bills are included as well. Here are just a few of our city locations, remembering that everything is within walking distance of the university campus and our library. Petros Court, 1 minute from the library, a new modern accommodation facility. The St George's Centre, which is right in the heart of Canterbury. Pin Hill, Lanfranc House. We have many adapted rooms as well. And the application process is very, very simple. You'll see everything online with virtual tours of the accommodation, and you can apply online choosing your preferred accommodation. There's a range of budgets as well, starting from £124 per week up to £200 per week. It makes it so affordable when you compare Canterbury to another destination like London. The accommodation really is so affordable. Also, if you pay all of your accommodation fees up front and in advance, we'll give you £250 onto your student card that you can use on campus to buy food and to buy drink. If you've got any questions specifically about accommodation, you can always reach out to our accommodation team. The website, the email address, the telephone number are shown on the screen. Also, I mentioned socializing because, of course, at university, your academic studies are very, very important. The social side and the relaxation side is also very important. Lots of cafes, lots of places to buy food as well. Here they are on the screen. Very, very affordable, very, very delicious food and drink. Okay, that's kind of the general overview of the university and of Canterbury. Now I wanted just to talk about some more practical things to help you if you're a student and you're coming to Canterbury Christchurch. And also, of course, if you're an agent watching, I guess this will also help you to advise your students if they're not watching today. I'll talk about CAS. I'll help you to plan your arrival a little bit. We'll cover the tuition fees and the early bird discounts that Degina mentioned at the top of the webinar. I'll talk about how you look after your health, your finances, how you register, some of the ways in which we will support you, and so what to calm you and not make you feel anxious at all about coming here. And finally, I'll talk about homesickness and culture shock. So what is CAS? I'm sure you know what CAS is. It's your confirmation of acceptance for studies. It's the important number that you need for your visa application. Where can you get your CAS? Well, we'll give you your CAS and you'll get it when you meet our terms and conditions. Of course, you pay your deposit and then you pass your pre-CAS interview and you submit all of your documents. You can request your CAS via your My Record account, and you just have to click on the My Visas tab when it becomes active, and you need to make sure that you, of course, fill in all of the CAS request sections with your program details, your passport details, qualifications, etc., etc. Planning your arrival, that you'll get a copy of the slide deck. You can click on the hyperlink there. It will take you to a very, very useful web page with all of the information that I'm going to talk about today in the webinar, everything to help you to plan a smooth arrival in the UK. Here are the things that you need to take with you when you arrive at the airport in the UK and you arrive at immigration. And of course, many of the things will be e-copies, they'll be on your phone, but we would recommend as well, where possible, to have a paper copy as well. So of course, you'll need your passport with the visa sticker in it. You'll definitely have that. You'll need your visa application decision letter. You'll need your e-visa and your share code as well. You'll need your boarding pass. You'll need any vaccination certificates if they're applicable to you. And also an X-ray certificate for TB, again, if applicable to you. Your CAS letter, your letter of acceptance from CCCU, your bank statement to evidence your finances, your original degree certificates and any English language tests as well that you've taken. These are the documents that you'll need, and many of these you'll also need when you come to see us to register as well. So make sure that you enter the UK within the validity of your student immigration permission. You can check the requirements for entering the UK via the government website. Think about your baggage restrictions on your flight. You can check for any restrictions on goods that can be brought into the UK via the government website as well. Think about getting travel insurance, very, very important, and plan your onward journey to Canterbury. There are a few options. You could get a taxi. However, this option might be expensive, particularly if you're traveling alone. You can easily get a bus. You need to get a bus from the airport into London, and then you can get another bus to Canterbury, or you can take a train. Again, you'd need to get a train from the airport into central London, and then get a train into one of Canterbury's two train stations. Canterbury has excellent transport links, so don't worry about that. Everyone's heard of Canterbury and everyone will be able to help you. Preparing to study, it's always a good idea, of course, to have a look at the information for your course on our website. You can look at our online resources as well. I'll tell you more about these later in my presentation. Practical things, I'm sure that you've already thought about these things, but think about bringing an adapter for your phone charger for your laptop. Think about the weather as well. Obviously, in my photo, it's in my background, it's beautiful blue skies, and we have beautiful blue skies here as well today. But sometimes it does rain in the UK, and it can get a little bit cold or a little bit chilly in the winter. So think about the climate as well. Think about what you're going to bring with you. Okay, paying your tuition fees. And I don't know, Degina, if you would like to come back in at this point as well. But you will receive your UOL. You'll pay your deposit of £5,000, and then you'll have your pre-CAS interview. We'd ask you as well, before your pre-CAS interview, when you pay your deposit, we'd ask you please to pay via Convera that you can find in your My Record. This will greatly speed up everything, the whole process. So please use Convera to pay your deposit. And then, of course, complete your CAS request, and you will, of course, receive your CAS. Now we've got our early bird discounts, which Degina kindly mentioned.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
Degina,
sorry,
go
Richard,
for
to
it.
interrupt. Just if we go back to, yeah, thank you so much. Just to reiterate here, guys, given that we are already in the end of July, once you have received your student's unconditional offer letter, you will need to proceed with your deposit payment. It's really, really important. I think I might have mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, but I can still see people are joining, which is great. So the sooner you proceed with your deposit payment, the quicker it will be allocated. We are doing our best from our side to also help you to prepare for your pre-CAS interview, so you have lower chances of rejection. But we want to make sure that by the time you've passed your pre-CAS interview, your CAS is already, CAS request tile is already activated, and you can then obviously complete your CAS request at the soonest and apply for your visa as well. And like Richard mentioned, it's really, really important that you engage with your payment tile within your portal and proceed with your payment via Convera. I know sometimes students do use also bank card, but it's really, really important it's in your name, so rather than third party name, because it makes it a bit harder to allocate the payment if it comes from someone else. So yeah, that's all I wanted to mention here. And please don't delay. Once you have received your CAS, ensure you apply for your visa at the soonest. We want to make sure that you have enough time to receive your visa and to also arrive in the UK without any delays to your classes and your induction as well. And your bank statements need to be obviously up to date. They're only valid for 1 month. So once your CAS is released, you need to straight away apply for your visa as well. And on pre-CAS interview, if I may just mention, because we've had some instances where students join at the wrong time, it's important to note here that the time you receive within your invite for the interview, it's stated as per UK time. So please ensure you go by the UK time rather than your local time. But if any doubts or if you have any issues booking your interview through the portal, please do not wait. Simply contact your advisor. Our team on the ground is happy to support you and to arrange the interview for you as soon as possible. Thank you, Richard.
Thanks very much, Degina. Let's look now at the early bird discounts for you. So normal fees are a total of 14,000. If you pay £5,000, outstanding £5,000 by the 20th of August, that's 5,000 in addition, of course, to the 5,000 you've paid for your deposit, you will actually save £500. So your fee total becomes 13,500. And if you pay a remaining £3,000 by the 30th of September, you'll actually save another £500. So this brings your fee total down to £13,000. So you can see that in total, if you adhere to both of these, you will save a total of £1,000. Digino, I don't know if you wanted to come in just to reinforce that as well.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. So some of you might have already paid £5,000 towards your CAS deposit. So that is the minimum deposit required for your CAS, apart from International Foundation, which is a standalone foundation. So only for that program, you're required to pay full fee for your CAS. For all other undergraduate, postgraduate programs, it's £5,000 for your CAS deposit. You may as well go ahead and pay your £10,000 if you haven't actually paid your initial CAS deposit yet, because the deadline mentioned here is 20th of August, which is less than a month. So it may save you on the international bank transfers or exchange rate changes, etc., etc. So you may as well just go ahead and pay them £10,000 if you want to save £500 discount, and then you pay your remaining £3,000, which means you will receive an additional £500 discount. So overall, you have an extra £1,000 in addition to your £1,500 international scholarship, which means £2,500 of saving, which is a great, great value. I hope it makes sense. But again, if any questions, feel free to reach out. We're also sending out communication via email, just so that it's a bit clearer to you. And our team on the ground is happy to assist with any further questions. So all I can say here, do not delay. Please ensure you stay within the deadlines mentioned so you can save some money. Thank you.
Oh, thanks very much, Dagina. Do not delay, pay today, I think we could say. So thank you so much. Okay, let's move on then. We'll move on from the tuition fees to your health, which is also, I think, a very, very important topic when you're moving to another country. So, just some practical advice. If you have ongoing medical treatment or medication in your home country, try and get a letter from your doctor that you can bring with you, in English preferably, that you can give to your new doctor in the UK. Also check whether you can take your medication on your flight and through customs. To access healthcare in the UK, you'll need to register with a GP, a general practitioner, when you arrive. Students who come to the UK for more than 6 months with a visa, you must pay an immigration health surcharge, which you pay as part of your online application. And when you pay that, this means you have access to our fantastic NHS, our National Health Service. And of course, the cost increases with the length of your visa. There's a health surcharge calculator on the link here, so you can check how much you need to pay. Even if you're entitled to NHS treatment while you're in the UK, you could consider taking out insurance to cover other medical related costs. And I've included a link here as well. So your finances are very important. We've shown you some fantastic ways that you can save a lot of money. Think about how much money to bring with you to the UK, and think about if your home country restricts the amount that you can take out. If you're bringing some cash with you, don't bring £50 notes. They are accepted, but not everywhere. So I would advise 5s, 10s and 20s. Make sure that you've got cash or a credit card with you that will cover your expenses in the first few days or weeks whilst you sort out opening a bank account. Opening a bank account is actually really easy. There are many, many banks in Canterbury that you can go to set up your student banking account. It might be a good idea, though, to contact your bank in your home country. You could ask about transferring money to the UK, and you could ask if your bank in your home country has a special relationship with any UK banks. This might reduce transaction fees, the cost of setting up an account, etc. Yeah, and also just check your cash card if you can use your cash card from your home bank in cash machines in the UK. Registering as a student, we want to make your arrival in Canterbury as easy as possible. You know, we want to give you a soft landing in the UK. Our registration takes place in Augustine House, our library, and we have our global gateway, which is where our international student ambassadors are. They will help you if you've got any questions, as will the many other staff members to register with us. Very, very easy. So when you're registering, make sure that you do this within 2 weeks of arriving in the UK. You'll get an email from our compliance team about your drop-in, where you can drop in to a location, Augustine House, or maybe another location. It will say in the email where to go, and it will give you all of the information as well. Generally speaking, bring your passport, bring your qualifications with you, so your degree, if you've got one, your English language test certificate as well, and of course, your e-visa share code as well. Here are some other useful resources for you if you want to read a bit about studying in the UK. UKISA is fantastic, lots of practical advice and information on their website, and also the British Council as well, who specialise in, well, international education and cultural opportunities. They've got lots of useful information as well on their website. Okay, I'm conscious of time, so I won't speak for much longer. I was an international student myself many years ago. I know that Degina was an international student as well. You know, from our experience, you know, there are many challenges of being an international student, but each challenge, you know, can easily be met and overcome. Here are just a few of them. So where to live, your food as well, academic challenges, money as well. The money will be very different. The weather will be different. How you interact in class, how you study. Again, how you're graded academically. How to find a job, remembering that you can work in term time up to 20 hours per week, which is fantastic in the UK. And any language barrier that you might encounter. I mean, yes, these are challenges, but the good news is that you will overcome all of them. And there are many, many people and many, many ways that we will help you to do this. I'm really proud of the student support that's on offer at Canterbury Christ Church. And I'm going to just give you a list now of just some of the ways that will help you. We have a digital library with many, many online resources. We have a learning skills hub, which will teach you some key academic skills. We have professional teams of learning developers and research librarians showing you how to study and what to study. We have English specialists, so academic English specialists, helping you transform your neutral English into a more academic or formal register. You will all get a personal academic tutor, a PAT for coffee and chat. You can meet them informally to talk about your course, to talk about any challenges that you have. Peer mentors as well. This means other students who are studying who can become your friend and become your mentor as well. And as I mentioned briefly, we have our global gateway. This is our space on campus with our international student ambassadors who are on call to help you with any questions or support that you might need. Finally, IT support for Wi-Fi or for logging in. We have a student disability service and a well-being support, which is 24/7. Online learning, as I mentioned, when you get the slide deck, you can click on the hyperlink there and it will take you straight to lots of really interesting academic modules on critical thinking, plagiarism, integrity in academia, things that you can study now from your home country before you arrive, or indeed when you arrive in Canterbury. We've also got an international student success program that you can access. You can access it now or access it when you arrive. Lots of modules on things like culture shock and homesickness, and many, many things like that. Also, we have Unitemps, which is our recruitment service, which is amazing for helping you to find a job, help you with internships, and to get part-time work as well. Okay, I think, Dagina, that's probably it from me. Thinking about time, I'm really excited to get everyone's questions. So I'll stop sharing the screen now, and I'll hand over to your capable hands.
Thank you so much, Richard. Really, really inspiring, I would say, information for especially for those students coming to study at CCCU, and very, very helpful indeed for those who are still going through the process. Just a quick one before I go into questions, because I've been answering questions as you spoke. Many of them are specific to their situation, to their case. So I tried my best to answer and to check on those students' cases. But just to reassure everyone, we are currently working through a high volume of applications. So in case if you're facing a slight delay, please bear with us. Our admissions are doing their best to make sure that your offer letter is issued as soon as possible. The team is arranging consultations. In case if you haven't booked your consultation, please reach out to us and we will book it for you. And again, missing documents, obviously key for us to refer your case to the university. Again, don't delay with missing documents and consultations, and please ensure, like I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, that personal statement is written by you and not AI generated. We're seeing a lot of personal statements submitted, which unfortunately are not genuine, which we would have to obviously reject. So just ensure that if you're an agency also, please use the tools we provided and the guideline we shared recently on how to write a personal statement, which tools we use to spot any AI generated personal statements or any plagiarism as well, just to save time on your students' applications process. And once you've received your unconditional offer letter, and congratulations if you have, I consider questions around precast interviews and deposits. Like I mentioned earlier, please go ahead with your deposit payment, and at the same time arrange your precast interviews, because it may take time to allocate your payment, but also it's getting very, very busy with precast interviews as well. So whilst you're waiting for your precast interview slot, you might as well just go ahead and arrange your deposit just so that it can be allocated by the time you pass your precast interview. And then you can simply go ahead and submit your CAS request. I guess one thing I wanted to ask you, Richard, could you please just highlight for all of us 3 main things about CCCU? Why should students choose CCCU over other universities in the UK? And I think that could also help some of them to prepare for their interview as well. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. Okay, 3 keywords then. I do say these a lot if you watch me on the webinars, but we've got accessibility, affordability, and employability. So accessibility means our location. As I mentioned at the top of the webinar, Canterbury is in an amazing location in the southeast of England. We're very near London, so less than an hour from London on the train. We've also got lots of natural beauty in Canterbury, countryside, coastline. So it's a great location with a wonderful modern campus. Affordability, because we're outside London, so we're much more affordable than many other cities and many other universities, both in terms of the cost of living, accommodation, food, but also, as we've shown, through our tuition fees as well, and our the many discounts that we're giving. So accessibility, affordability, the last one, employability. We were #1 in the UK in 2023 for graduates in work. So we're extremely good at helping our graduates find their dream job. Employability skills are across everything that we do.
Excellent, thank you. And I really like that video you shared that CCCU is #1 for the public sector employability, which is fantastic. And there are lots of jobs available, obviously, in that sector as well. Great, let's have a look at some maybe general questions here. Oh, there are some positive feedback here. I love CCCU. It's a wonderful university. Thank you so much, Sajid. That's really, really nice to hear. I want to study there one day, read books and technologies. Great, thank you. Last day for submission required documents for September intake. So like I mentioned, the university has kindly extended the deadlines a bit. So we will be announcing extended deadlines very, very shortly. But just to give you an idea, you have just around 2 weeks, I would say, to submit outstanding documents. I know some of you are still waiting for proof of English, some of you are waiting for Oxford International results, or perhaps speaking section. I've heard some of you are still waiting for. So you should be able to still submit that at the beginning of August, but please do not delay. If you already have your documents available, then do submit them as soon as possible. Excellent, sir. So that's for you, Richard. Thank you. Is CCCU still accepting new applications? Yes, absolutely. We're still accepting new applications. So please file them away, and please try to include a full package of documents. Really, really important when you submit your applications via GAS Gateway, and ensure that personal statement CV are included and not AI generated. And it's also important to reiterate, guys, when you submit your applications via GAS Gateway, the admissions are reviewing your personal statement. In case if they spot anything that says that personal statement may not meet the requirements to start with, they still give you another chance to resubmit the personal statement, which is great. Okay, so please do not lose that opportunity and do resubmit your personal statement so we can review and then proceed with your offer, and obviously go from there and take it forward. I would strongly recommend not to submit applications via the university website. You should not be doing that anyway. They should be coming via GAS Gateway, because if you do submit the applications via the university website, I've seen some cases being rejected on the spot because personal statement was fully AI generated, and the university does not tolerate that. They don't have the same resources, I would say, or capacity as a uni admissions team have to then ask you to resubmit your personal statement. So please ensure you submit your application via GAS Gateway, because we can review, we can make suggestions, we can advise whether it would be accepted or not, and you have at least another chance to resubmit it, which is good for you. Are there scholarships currently being offered? Yes, absolutely. So £1,500 scholarship is still available for all international students. In addition to that, just to reiterate, in case if you missed it, you receive 500 early bird discount if you pay at least 10,000 towards your tuition fees, which means £5,000 cash deposit plus 5,000 outstanding tuition fees. So that's £10,000 in total by 20th of August. The 20th of August, remember the day. It has to come before midnight, but do not delay. It does take time to allocate the payment, so please do pay early. Or you can simply go ahead and just make the full payment, which means you will be paying 13,000 instead of 14,000. So you're saving a total of £1,000, so an additional £500 discount. We will be sending communication in case if you haven't received it. I mean, it's already been shared out with some, but if you haven't received it, it will be shared out so you see it black and white and it's kind of clear, I guess. It makes more sense. Can I apply for accommodation through the portal? Richard, I guess it's a question for you.
Yeah, not through the My Record, but you can apply through our bespoke accommodation portal via the website.
Okay, so it has to be via website.
Correct, yeah. And I just wanted to give you a round of applause as well for explaining the financial early bird discounts so clearly and so well. So yeah, well done with that, Dagina. Brilliant.
Thank you. No, I think your slide kind of was clear, I guess, but I hope it now makes sense to everyone anyway.
I think it does.
Thank you. Perfect. So accommodation, there is no booking fee per se, but there is a deposit, right? For
Yeah,
students to reserve accommodation. I think it's just over £100.
that's correct. Yes, correct,
Yeah.
Agina. And yeah, as I mentioned, that also if you pay up front for your fees, you get that £250 incentive as well added to your student card, which is another fantastic financial incentive.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So it's £200, £250 on your student card if you pay accommodation in full
Correct.
for the academic year. And there is a
Correct.
question actually here. Is accommodation guaranteed for all first year students?
Indeed, it is. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, yes, it is. And I would
Excellent.
have thought that student accommodation would be a fantastic option, for international students. It's a great way, isn't it, to make friends and to integrate into student life. So would really encourage that.
Absolutely. You can meet students just like on campus
Mm.
accommodation. It's easy because you can just walk to the campus, like Richard mentioned. It's like a little kind of university. Well, it's a city. As we know, the difference between city and town in the UK is city has a cathedral, and Canterbury has clearly got one of the most historic cathedrals, which you can see in my background as well. So it's a city, but you can walk easily everywhere within campus, which makes it really, really convenient for students. Accommodation is very, very affordable, which is amazing comparing to big cities like London, which is only 55 minutes away from Canterbury. You save a lot of money and you do not pay any additional bills. So that's really great. And you don't feel as lonely, I guess, because you have your classmates perhaps or other friends from the university that you can make when you get there. Does university provide airport pickup services for applicants?
Look, we don't provide airport pickup services, but it really is so easy to get to Canterbury from any London airport. I think, as I mentioned, the transport links into Canterbury are very, very good. So when you arrive in your London airport, you'll be able to pick up a bus or a train into central London, and then again, you can get a bus or a train onto Canterbury. You'll be able to find everything online. But yeah, the bus station is like Victoria Coach Station, which goes into Canterbury. And then the fast train from London to Canterbury is from London St Pancras. Yeah, so it's very, very easy, Dagina, to get from Heathrow, or probably would be Heathrow we'd be looking at, or Stansted. Very, very easy to get into Canterbury.
Fantastic, thank you. How is it possible to clear the interview? So yes, very good question. The first step is please ensure you obviously attend consultation. Consultation gives you a chance to prepare for precast interview, but also potential UKVI interview. And my team who conducts consultations on the ground is also happy to support with mock sessions, but also give you a second chance in case the first time around, maybe you're a little bit nervous or maybe you need to do more research. But do keep in mind, we are reaching deadlines really, really soon. So you do need to do your research. You do need to prepare. You do need to ensure you've submitted your personal statement before we can conduct your consultations. It's really important because we want to make sure that your personal statement actually matches your communication skills and matches your level of English as well. And it's been written by you. How can I enroll for my course? Well, if you've already received your visa, you are allowed to travel to the UK 1 month prior to the start date. So you will see it within your visa validity date in your passport. So how can you enroll? Richard, you mentioned there are some online steps first.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely online. Yes.
So you start with your online enrollment, and then obviously once it comes to that, induction starts. So you enroll on campus as well, but do ensure you bring your original documents like Richard mentioned earlier, and you will be able to then enroll on campus. Is it say 500 will still be for students who, yes, so if you've paid deposit of 5,000 in July or earlier, that's fine. You can still receive additional £500 discount if you pay additional £5,000 towards your tuition fee. So it means a total of £10,000 towards your tuition fees by the 20th of August. So that's main prerequisite. Can we give precast interview? Okay, I think I've answered this question before. So once you receive your unconditional offer letter, please go ahead with your deposit. We are in the end of July. And like I said, it's important your payment is allocated and you also have sufficient time to apply for your car. So please arrange your deposit as soon as you receive unconditional offer letter, and the team on the ground will help you to prepare for your precast interview to make sure you have high chances of passing it. And so far the pass rate seems to be good. How many days we'll get an update? Usually I'm not sure on which one you mean here. Unconditional offer letters are currently being issued within 2 to 5 working days, depending on the case. But obviously we want to make sure that you have all the documents ready and you've passed your consultation as well. And our team works on the 2 working days turnaround time for the conditional offer letter. So it should be quite straightforward. Regarding tuition, can you talk about the period of paying remaining? Okay, so if you do not go for the discount, then you pay your £5,000 first cash deposit, then you pay £4,500 prior to your enrollment, and then the next one would be prior to the next term. So, and once you've completed your first term, but in this case, you're not saving the £1,000 we were talking about. So it might make sense to kind of go with that special offer once you have it available, because you will save a good amount of money. Okay, we've answered that. Bank statement, other cost letter is normally issued, I would say, within 5 to maximum 10 working days. But if you are facing any delays, please do reach out to our team on the ground. We will follow up on that. Enrolled, we've already answered. Deadline. Statement may not be ready until 14th of August. Okay, so for the CAS request deadline, you will need to ideally submit everything by the, I would say by the 20th of August, as per the extended deadlines. But again, the earlier you submit, the better, simply because it's getting busier now. So we don't want your CAS to be delayed. So I can see there is a question from Dada saying the bank statement will be ready 14th of August. That's fine. You can still submit your CAS request. That's done. Yes, if the visa gets rejected, your accommodation deposit is normally refundable. Your tuition fee is also normally refundable, depending obviously on the reason for the rejection, provided you haven't submitted any fraudulent documents. The sooner you apply for accommodation, the better, but I understand some students would like to wait maybe for visa first and then go ahead for accommodation. But again, like I said earlier, the accommodation deposit is refundable and it's only £100+. So you will not lose really any money if you go with your accommodation as soon as your CAS is issued. The tools for plagiarism and AI content, again, please reach out to our team on the ground. So we've shared the guideline for the personal statement and also for the AI tools that the university uses. The university does not currently accept MY, but there are certain areas where we accept proof of English. For example, if you're a student from India and you studied certain boards, including if you studied in Gujarat or if you studied in some of the boards in south of India, etc. So again, please reach out to our team on the ground so they can advise you. It depends where you're coming from. To be honest, different countries may have different requirements, but we do strongly encourage you maybe to consider booking perhaps Oxford International Test if you have it available in your country. It's all online. You also receive an additional discount if you are a CCCU applicant. So it's a win-win really, and you normally receive your results quickly, provided they have obviously availability. Accommodation. Okay, so if the accommodation, you're saying the accommodation application can't be submitted via the portal, right? So it's only via website, Richard.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused about this question. I think they're saying that they've submitted an application, but they're still waiting for an update. So maybe we can chase this internally and
Yeah,
find
if you
out
can
what's
just
happened, right?
email us. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, if you can just email us, then we will have a look into your case a little bit further. And yes, the employability stats, I don't think we have 2025 just yet, but the stats that were shared earlier, they were as per the 2023. But I just wanted to reiterate, and especially those who missed our employability webinar with CCCU, the support you receive from CCCU employability team is fantastic. And they really work very closely with the employers on the ground just to make sure that you have all the soft skills you need to secure whether it's a part-time job or a full-time job once you've graduated in the UK. And you also have sometimes post-graduation, in case if you need to receive additional support to help you to secure your job, you can still apply for your graduate route or post-study work visa after graduation if you successfully complete your bachelor's or master's in the UK. So that's really good news. And you can still work part-time, 20 hours during the week for undergraduate, postgraduate students, or full-time during holidays. So to save maybe on some expenses, to make some pocket money, but also it's a good way to improve your communication skills, make some friends, not to miss home, and it's good for your CV as well. IELTS waivers, again, it depends on the region, so please reach out to our team on the ground perhaps to check on the English criteria. For unconditional offer letter, please do email us your ID. We will follow up with the university. Currently, as of yesterday, I was checking with our admissions team, there are no major delays on the unconditional offer letter unless it's an intricate case and perhaps needs to be reviewed a little bit further with the admissions or academics. Other than that, the university is on track to issue your unconditional offer letters. But if you can see that perhaps as per the portal, you've been accepted unconditionally, but for some reason, unconditional offer letter just hasn't come through to your inbox, just double check. Maybe there was a technical issue. I know sometimes it does happen, and do let us know. Please do not wait, do not delay until it's, a couple of weeks later and then only start following up on your case. Just let us know as early as possible and we can look into your case. I'm not sure what the question is here. Is there any enrollment fee? No, there is no enrollment fee. So the tuition fees you pay already cover your tuition. There are no further enrollment or application fee for that matter, really. So
That's right.
yeah.
Could I go back to, there
Yep.
was a question earlier as well, just to go back to about enrolling, and I just wanted to
Yep.
make it clear. Yeah, so like when you register, as I mentioned in my webinar, it's in person, so you have to come in person to the campus to register with your documents, and you have like a drop-in session with one of our staff, and then to like get all of your course information. That's all done online. So all of your communication with the course, this is all done online. So it's in person at the beginning, and then it shifts online for all of your course details and welcome week, activities and timetable. Thanks a lot to Gina.
Perfect. Thank you. I think we've covered all the questions. So that's the same on the accommodation. So yes, just please let us know in case if you're facing any delays with your accommodation application, perhaps, and we can look into that for you. But we do encourage you to book accommodation as early as possible. Thank you so much once again. Richard's scholarship question just came up. Yes. So to reiterate to everyone, there is an additional scholarship of £1,000 if you do pay your full tuition fees, or early bird £500 if you pay additional 5,000 towards your tuition fee. So that's in addition to your cash deposit of 5,000. So it's 10,000 by 20th of August, or if you pay all in one go, then you can save a additional 1,000. So you just need to make sure that you pay your remaining fees prior to enrollment as per the dates mentioned, but we will be sending communication in writing in case if you haven't received it. If you are our partner, please ensure you submit your students' applications, missing documents, book consultations at the earliest. And please ensure you submit personal statements, which are not AI generated. I can't stress it enough. It's really important that we don't reject the applications at this late stage of students' journey. So we want to make sure that your students obviously are accepted, receive conditional, and go through to the next step of the process. Just very quickly, sorry, very last minute question just came up. What are the chances of job opportunities in Canterbury? If you're talking about part-time jobs, Canterbury is a very touristic city, as it was mentioned earlier. So lots of hotels around, shops, restaurants, cafes, there are museums, art galleries as well. It's a very arty city, but also it's surrounded by coastlines. As Richard mentioned, there are actually a few various coastlines in Kent, in case if you are considering maybe work in hospitality, in hotels, again, cafes, restaurants, shops, etc. We actually also had students who secured full-time jobs as well in Canterbury. Richard is one of them who graduated from CCCU itself, but we also had international students from South Asian countries who graduated from CCCU and secured full-time job in Canterbury itself. They decided not to move to big cities like London. They're quite happy in Canterbury, which is great. There are some students who, and we released some videos recently as well, who secured jobs in public sector, so health related jobs as well. So we still accept applications for those courses too. So various opportunities are available, but again, to reiterate, Canterbury is only within 55 minutes, 1 hour from London. So if you would like to perhaps study in Canterbury because you save some money, and also it's a bit more peaceful, I guess, comparing to London, and then move to a big city, that could be another option for you to consider as well. All right, I can talk about Canterbury for ages, but I think we ran out of time already. Apologies. Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you everyone for attending. If you are a student coming to study at CCCU, and I hope you are coming, we look forward to welcoming you at CCCU very, very soon in September. Stay tuned for more webinars to come. We will keep you posted. Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.